Only atoms and empty space are real, everything else is just speculation. Happiness is found within the soul, not in material possessions or riches. Man blames nature and fate everywhere, yet his fate is largely just a reflection of his personality, his passion, his errors, and his frailties. The intelligent man belongs to all nations because a great soul may call the entire world their home. Education and nature share certain similarities. The latter changes a person and in doing so develops a second nature. A poor man becomes wealthy by having few desires. The brave guy is the one who triumphs over both his pleasures and his adversaries. Everything that is a part of the universe is a result of need and chance. The deed's shadow is cast by the word. We mistakenly believe that there is color, sweetness, and bitterness when, in fact, there are only atoms and a void. Convention dictates that flavors like sweet, bitter, and color exist, yet in fact, only atoms and the empty exist. Sometimes people use the justification that their actions are being done for the benefit of their children to justify their avarice, but this is just a ruse to make their heinous deeds seem honorable and deserving. The root of political polarization is envy. Since reality is an abyss, we are completely ignorant of it. Although controlling desire is the mark of a sensible man, fighting desire is difficult. Magnanimity is the ability to tolerate rudeness with composure. The universe is the wise man's home. Being good entails not just abstaining from wrongdoing but also having no desire to do so. In addition to defeating the enemy, the brave man must also be able to resist pleasures. Some men rule over entire cities, but they are women's slaves. Many highly educated men lack brains. Convention dictates that there is a hot and a cold, as well as a sweet and a bitter, and that there is an order. In reality, only atoms and a void exist. Instead of gaining the Persian kingdom, I would much prefer find the one genuine cause. The act of sexual contact causes a little apoplectic attack. The soul and intellect are identical. Men should aspire to know little and think a lot. Some men rule over entire cities, but they are women's slaves. More unlucky than the victim is the perpetrator. Young people take pride in their power and beauty, whereas older people take pride in their discretion. When moderation is ignored, the greatest joys also result in the greatest suffering. While wisdom liberates the soul from passions, medicine treats physical illnesses. A man who is dependent on money cannot be trustworthy. The entire planet is accessible to a wise man since it is the home of a noble soul. Talking non-stop but not wanting to listen at all is greed. Your actions should be few if you want to experience contentment. Everything occurs because it is necessary. No amount of wealth or power can compare to the expansion of our knowledge. It is preferable to correct one's own mistakes than others. Poor mind, you base your arguments on the sensations and then seek to refute them? Your success is also your failure. If your appetite is little, poverty will appear to be similar to prosperity if your desires are limited. More men have excelled through practice than through natural talent. Beautiful things are created through study and work, but ugly things are produced effortlessly and without effort. Extreme desire is not a sign of a man, but rather of a child. The wonderful things in life come from hard work and learning. The bad things come about naturally and without effort. Men have idolized luck as a justification for their own carelessness. Since the universe is the fatherland of an elevated soul, the wise man holds the entire earth in his hands. It is divine to always consider something lovely and novel. As opposed to negative beliefs with skepticism and discouragement, the person who can laugh with life has deep roots with confidence and faith. Faith in oneself, in others, and in the world. Men have created an image of chance to justify their own foolishness. Because intellect and chance rarely clash, most problems in life can be resolved by acute intelligence. Our bad behaviors are harder to recall than our sins. Education is a decoration for the wealthy and a haven for the poor.